to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master Hobbits, and Jakob.
A lot of malts.
Yeah, in another collab. We've been doing a lot of collabs lately.
Yeah.
We're actually gaining on Jakob's 100th beer review on the Master Hobbits beer reviews. The 100th collab with Jakob. So we're probably going to review a pretty special beer for that occasion.
And we're also coming up on the 1 year first time.
And the 1 year anniversary for you being on
for
this
our relationship.
No. for being in collabs here on YouTube. So that's pretty cool. But he's been in a lot lately. That's mainly because we want to kind of time it with the anniversary of him being here for about a year and the 100th review. And
I think we're gonna miss those two.
You think?
I think
yeah, we've tried to time it, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But we're probably going to review a pretty special review for that occasion. But today we got yet another Lagunitas beer. Hopefully this will be a little bit better than the other one, which is kind of disappointing, especially compared to the other Lagunitas beers I have had. It's going to be the Lagunitas A Little Something Something Ale, which is another one of their IPAs. They brew quite a few standard IPAs actually.
And this is their unlimited release.
Yeah, I like they have the unlimited release series, but I hear this should be pretty good. A lot of people say that this and the Maximus is the best Lagunitas IPAs in the smaller bottles, and the Maximus was amazing. So if this is any good, just as good, it's gonna be awesome. Even though the Maximus was a double IPA, this is a single IPA on 7.5% alcohol and 64 IBUs. Okay, so here it is. Well, that's actually pretty darn golden and yellow-ish for an IPA. It looks fairly, and it's really clear too. It's got some hop haze to it though,
but not much.
No, it's not as orangey as some IPAs. But the lighting quality, lighting down here in the cellar isn't that good, so it's kind of difficult to see. But it's like
it's almost like a lager.
Yeah, but I think that's because of the light. It's like a golden. To you, it probably looks orange, but it's like a golden yellowish color with some orange notes. It's a nice pillowy
egg white.
Yeah, eggshell colored head.
Yeah.
Let's check out the aroma. That smells like a West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
That smells pretty good. What do you get?
Tropical fruits.
And grapefruit. I get a lot of grapefruit. I actually get more grapefruit than tropical fruit. Orange, peachy notes too. Actually, that's the thing. I get in a lot of West Coast IPAs. I get the sweeter citrus fruits, like the orange and tangerine, on top of the grapefruit.
Yeah, I actually get some melony kind of.
Kind of like when you say melon, people probably think watermelon, but honeymelon or netmelon.
Oh yes.
It's called a cantaloupe.
Yeah, cantaloupe.
I think in English, it kind of got that aroma.
Yeah, it got a cantaloupe.
It smells, and it's more of the a sweet, hoppy aroma than a real bitter one.
Yeah.
But it smells really, really nice. Some sweet maltiness in there too, actually, but let's check this out. Cheers.
Let's do that. Cheers.
That's a big change from what we just drank from Lagunitas. So Lagunitas, that's kind of strange. The regular IPA, which is just called Lagunitas IPA, I was quite disappointed in, just as I was with the Censored Ale. But this is pretty darn tasty. Not the best West Coast IPA out there, but it's really nice. It definitely tastes like a nice West Coast IPA with the grapefruit and all. What would you call the body on this?
I'd say medium. Medium again.
Slightly dry mouthfeel. It isn't actually that dry, and it's on what, almost 65 IBUs. So that's actually. That's pretty solid for a standard IPA. Yeah. That's kind of average. What flavors do you get?
Actually, there's a kind of solid malt backbone.
Yeah, like a sweet maltiness. Yeah. And it's got it's almost got a candy sweetness to it. And caramelly, almost scotch, butterscotch. Yeah, but still mostly it's the hops that shine through in the way of a grapefruit. Sweeter citrus fruit. I get a lot of like a tangerine in this one.
And cantaloupes.
Cantaloupes. The melon there. Actually, I do too in the flavor, along with the kind of a peachy note.
There isn't a bitter aftertaste or dry bitter aftertaste.
So this is pretty clean finishing IPA actually.
Yeah.
It's got a pretty nice finish there.
I think one of my buddies hate that bitter dry aftertaste that most IPAs has, and I think this would be a great introduction to him.
Oh yeah, because this doesn't really have that sharp bitterness.
Yeah.
As some IPAs do.
I think that this would be great with seafood, kind of fish and shrimps.
Oh yeah.
I think this would
shellfish.
be awesome with shrimp and shellfish. Yeah.
Yeah, or crab or something.
Or crab, yeah.
We need to do more beer and food pairings on this show.
Maybe some Greenlandic shrimps. I can get a hold of these.
Oh, they're
fresh.
Yeah, they are pretty good. That would be cool to do something like that. I think this is a pretty good IPA. Not the best West Coast IPA I've had, but certainly really, really nice. Definitely worth picking up. Rating-wise for me, I'm landing on an 85. It's not as good as some of the other West Coast IPAs out there, but it's pretty darn tasty.
Yeah. I'm landing at 80. It's definitely worth picking up. I would pick it up again.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap.
Yeah, it was.
So far, the Lagunitas beer has been intensely cheap.
Yeah, so, but it's balanced. I think there could be a little more hops.
Yeah, hop bitterness, but that might also be because we're all the way in Denmark.
Yeah, maybe. But definitely worth picking up. 80.
Yeah. So yeah, an 80 from Jakob and an 85 from me for the Lagunitas Little Something Something Ale. Pretty darn good IPA for pretty cheap monies. Pretty cheap money. So definitely check out Lagunitas. Is a little something ale if you get it. Let us know what you think of it if you've had it. Maybe you disagree with us and you're not as fond of it. That's just my cat. And maybe you're not as fond of it as we are. But let us know. And always remember to comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And we're gonna say cheers.
Cheers.
And we'll see you guys in another beer review.